and I hadn't gotten her anything. And I was still really mad at her because of the whole Thanksgiving thing, and then it made me more angry to know that she wasn't there to see me, but just to get things. And when she did ask what was going on in my life, what was new, I told her that school was winding down and that graduation was coming up on the 19th, and she didn't even say anything. It went right over her head, in one ear, out the other. I didn't get a congratulations. I'm so proud of you, sis. What are you doing for it? Are you having a party? Are you going out to dinner afterwards? I got nothing.
Well, if I were you, I'd be, really angry and hurt.
At first I was, but then again, I let her know about it, so she can't say that I tried to leave her out of my graduation. And now I don't really have to worry about there being any drama on my big day either.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to have her part of it, but if she chooses not to come, it's kind of on her now. But after all, she's family, and we have been through a lot with her, and, it's gotten a little easier to not get your hopes up when it comes to her coming through for you. And disappointment quickly fades when it comes to her also. We're so used to letdowns, we've kind of got used to it. The family view of her is actually, if she does something, good. And if she doesn't, kind of really wasn't expected of her in the first point.
Has she mentioned coming for the upcoming holidays, like Christmas?
Yeah, she asked if I wanted to buy Christmas presents for the kids with her and kind of go splitsies on the cost. And I told her, I can't, sorry. I've already bought things for them because I didn't know if I would have even heard from her by then.
Mm-hmm.
And then she kind of told me that she didn't have a lot of money, and so kind of that Christmas was going to be little from her. It kind of sucks that I had to go out and do things on my own because normally we kind of collaborate together and go out shopping, but I know she's not really reliable enough to, go out with or, plan a date. So I figured this year I'd just go out and get stuff on my own.
How did it make you feel to tell her about how you actually feel, like your true feelings?
It felt good. She didn't like it on the other hand, but I felt powerful.
Well, I'm glad you were able to tell your sister how you felt in that moment, but last time we met, I asked you to think of ways you could, work on telling Heather how her actions have hurt and affected you personally and the family, and, also how they've changed things in your family as a whole. Have you put, any thought into how you would, like to tell her your thoughts?
Well, yeah, I've actually written a letter. I kind of went into how it affected the family, how it pretty much almost broke us up, and how it affected our health, primarily mine, and I just wanted to make sure that she was aware of, my hospital trips were because of my asthma, because, I don't know if she's really aware that they were panic attacks. I wrote it down. I don't know if I want to read it to her or actually give it to her to read on her own time. But I haven't quite figured out when's the right time to either read it or give it to her.
Well, that's a good step forward. What do you think you'll ultimately decide to do?
I think that in the end I will just end up giving it to her because I feel like I will have a panic attack to actually reading it to her. Hell, I kind of already feel antsy just knowing that I have it all written out. I keep questioning, will she read it on her own? What will she say if she reads it? And will she even want to talk to me after she's read it?
Sounds like you're really nervous about how your sister's going to react after she reads your letter. But I think this is a really good way for you to communicate with her, because you said before that when you usually talk to her, things go one in an ear and out the other, and you really need to open up that communication.
Yeah, I mean, I hope this letter kind of brings some light into our eyes that, her actions have affected others, and that I still want there to be some type of relationship, even though there's been a lot of bridges burnt.
Have your parents mentioned anything about having her over for Christmas?
Well, yeah, they don't know if she'll show up or not, but they went out and bought her a gift card for Walmart, which is quite smart, because she can get just about anything from there, from clothes to toiletries, and also now food. So, but I got her a candle because she really loves them. They're all over her apartment, and when she came over, she was looking at my candles that I had in the living room, and she really liked this one. So I got her one of her own, so, I mean, now she can have it. But the thing is, if she shows, she gets her presents. If she doesn't, the family can always use the ones that we got her.
Well, I'm glad to see that you three are on the same page about Heather coming for Christmas. And on a different note, I know you were worried about the testing for school. How's that going? Almost done, right?
Yeah, the only thing I have left to do is a recording session with my partner. And then I'm done for this degree. Thank God.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear you're making progress. Did you pass your testing for your education program?
Well, I passed 2 out of 3.
Oh, I'm not too familiar with the process. Can you tell me more about it?
Well, since I slacked off in high school, my SAT scores were not very high, so I ended up having to take 3 sections, the reading, the writing, and the math, which is part of the Praxis 1 to get into the program. The scores had to be in by December 1st in order to be able to start the program in the spring, but I failed the reading proportion, and I didn't have enough time to retake it in time, to have the scores in by December 1st. So, I can't start the program in the spring.
Wow, that's really unfortunate. I know how badly you wanted to continue in the spring and becoming a teacher. But if I remember correctly, your mom said that there would be some consequences if you didn't pass the test. Have there been any?
She tried to make me start another program, and since my degree is going to be a Bachelor's of Arts in Psychology, she wanted me to pick up the science part of it. But after I talked to my preceptor, I found out that I'd have to dual major, and he said I wouldn't graduate in December, so I kind of talked my mom out of it.
Okay, well, adding another major would definitely be too much to add on your plate right now. You need to really follow through with what direction you want to go in. So what's next? Are you done with school now that you didn't get in the spring?
No, I'm not done completely with going with school. I'm going to keep retaking the reading portion of the Praxis test, so I can hopefully start back up in the summer. And then I'd be back on track with summer, fall, and then a spring semester. But I've really something exciting to tell you. I have an interview for the school district I've been substituting in. It's a full-time paraprofessional position, and the job has benefits and everything.
Oh, wow, that's really great. What are you going to be doing?
Well, I have somewhat of a clue about the girl that I'll be working with, but I don't know exactly what I'll be doing. She is a brand new student to the district, and she is going to be bouncing between both the kindergarten and first grade classrooms. The only other thing that I've been told is that her parents really didn't want her to go to public schooling because she's autistic. But I'm been crossing my fingers in hope that I will get a job.
That's great. I wish you a lot of luck. I know that this is the age group you said you wanted to work with for a person your age. That's like a really great step to get your foot in the door for the school district. So, like, once you're able to teach, you'll have plenty of experience and references.
I know, I'm so excited.
Well, we're about to get to the end of our session here, but is there anything else you would want to bring up?
Well, my parents are fighting over something completely stupid, and my mom is quite had it this time. Yesterday, she sat me down and she said that she's had it and that my father has to go or she's going to leave herself. That is why my parents did not come with me this session, because they can barely be in a room without fighting or nobody talking with each other at all.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but do you think there's a possibility that they're going to stay together?
No, I don't think so. My mom says that this is the last straw and that there is not much she can take. I mean, it's quite unfortunate.
Well, the session has had quite a few breakthroughs, and you've tried taking steps to help try and build your relationship with your father, and you've also found new ways to express yourself to your sister about how she's affected your life. But next session, I'd like to see if you made any improvements with spending time with your father and if he's still living with you. I'd also like to hear about your Christmas and see how the dynamics between the family is and see if your sister celebrates with you. It's been great meeting with you, and I look forward to our next session.
Thank you. See you next time.